Have you ever been deep into coding only to be stopped in your tracks by a frustrating network error? It can really throw a wrench in your workflow, right? If that's you, stick around because today we're diving into a common issue with Apollo Client and how to fix it. I totally get it. You're working hard on your application and suddenly you hit a wall with a network error. You're not alone in this. Many developers face similar challenges when working with GraphQL and Apollo Client. Let's break down the specific situation. One user reached out saying they are using Apollo Client to query their Python server with GraphQL. They created a custom network interface, but are still encountering a network error when trying to write results to the store. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what could be causing this error? The message indicates that there is an issue with accessing the data returned from the server. This often happens when the expected structure of the response doesn't match what the client is trying to access. And don't go anywhere. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to troubleshoot this error and get your application back on track. To address the error the user is encountering, we first need to check the structure of the data being returned from the server. The error message indicates that the property row is undefined, which suggests that the response may not be formatted as expected. Next, the user should verify the GraphQL query being sent to the server. It's important to ensure that the query is correctly defined and matches the schema on the server side. Additionally, the user should inspect the network requests in their browser's developer tools. This will help confirm whether the request is being sent correctly and if the server is responding with the expected data. If the response is correct, but the error persists, the user may need to check how the Apollo client is handling the response. They should ensure that the data is being properly set in the Apollo client's cache. Finally, if all else fails, the user can add error handling in their Apollo client setup. This will help catch any issues and provide more context about what might be going wrong. Fun fact, did you know that Apollo client was named after the Greek god of knowledge? Well, it certainly aims to bring clarity to your data fetching needs, but even the best can run into hiccups. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user faced a similar issue and suggests that the error might be due to writing the network response data to the store with the wrong store address. They found that updating the store after adding a player to a team was causing the problem. They discovered that their query team request was defaulting a variable to null, which affected the store's address. By including the null variable in their update function, they resolved the error. Additionally, they recommend adding alert lines in the Apollo cache code to check for empty records and ensuring all queries and mutations save with the expected variables. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative solution provided by another user is to add score type name to your query. This adjustment can help resolve the error you're encountering. Now let's shift our focus to a different response. An alternative solution provided by another user highlights two potential causes for the error. First, it may occur if an ID is missing in your query. Second, the issue can arise when you have similar queries that are executed alternately, such as querying for dogs and cats with the same structure. The user mentions that they are currently facing this issue while fetching the same query with different statuses, indicating that this could also lead to the error. Here's a pro tip. Always validate the structure of your API responses. This simple practice can save you a lot of debugging time in the future. And there you have it. With these troubleshooting steps, you should be able to resolve the network error and get back to building your application. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.